Here I am at Castlewood Canyon State Park, taking a new trail that I haven't taken before. It's the Canyon Trail that goes under the bridge to nowhere. There's a story behind that. And into the preserve. We're going to see what that offers us today. And there is another look of the bridge to nowhere. In the late 1940s, this bridge was built just to get over what was known as Wildcat Canyon, now Castlewood Canyon, and abruptly just ended because there was no need for a throughway to Colorado Springs. And it wasn't until the 1960s that a road was built. Today, we're going to go underneath the bridge and into the preserves just to enjoy this beautiful July morning. All right, and here I am coming up underneath the bridge to nowhere. Let's see if they still have an access way where you can take a look at some geological formations as well as the original bridge that had been built. There we go. Coming down the stairs. Enjoying a little bit of coolness. So you can see that it was erected in the 1940s and then renovated in 2003. Some of the original components. And down here is known as the East Canyon Preservation Area, where we are going to be taking a walk today. Now we're going to take a walk from the other side of the bridge down to this preserve area in the hopes of just really enjoying what this beautiful state park has to offer. We've been walking on the trail for some time now, and you can see evidence from some of the early ranchers that have left behind. And I was reading that this also was a place where some of our indigenous tribes would find a resting place. The trail here is pretty much an unmarked trail. If it wasn't for a few stone towers that are placed along the way, I surely would be lost, as it's really difficult to tell where the trail is. And so these stone towers have helped me trek along the top of this canyon trail over on the east side. Now I'm just looking for a nice place, shady place to rest and relax, reflect and write, and maybe take a snack or two. Coming around this bend, I spied some wagon tracks, but clearly not part of the preserve trail. And I'm a good hiker, and I want to make sure that I don't destroy any part of this state park. So I'm going to just stay on this path and go on my way. Well, I've decided to take a break here, I guess, to venture that I'm probably somewhere in this general vicinity. I can hear the water running below. It's a nice part of the canyon. You hear the birds out this morning. It's only about 10:30, but it's pretty hot. And I brought with me this repurposed journal that I made. I'd already used up the pages, and so I decided to kind of create my own journal and writing pages, creating some flips here, adding a few little tucks, random pages for reflection, for coloring, and it's just going to take some time here to reflect on the beauty of the day What I love about this journal is there's so many places where I can just write down something that I'm seeing and tuck it away for later. And it's a great way to reuse unfinished journals by creating signatures that are just glued in. Check it out. And as I was sitting here reflecting, spotted some wildlife staring back at me. All right, after coming around this bend, I think we've finally reached a point where we can get down to the water's edge. So we're going to take this path down to the water. Nice little path through the coolness of the trees. There's some intentionality here to make sure people stay onto the path. See some stairs there to help fight with erosion. And a retaining wall. These are the first remnants of people that I've seen as I've been on this trail. Oh, and certainly different down here than it was up there. So beautiful. Really very beautiful. I definitely want to be vigilant, as I did see that deer while I was sitting, and they do have rattlesnakes out here. Oh, but look at that. Beautiful flowers. You can see the stream. We're down here by the river's edge. There's a bridge for us to cross over to walk along the wetlands and the preserve down here. Very exciting. Minus the sounds of modern technology and biplanes. So beautiful. Definitely recommend this hike. Here we go. With all the rain we've had, not as much water as we thought, although that could be a little bit of a dam. We're going to cross to the other side and walk along this loop that just takes us along and around the preserve. Maybe we'll find a nice resting spot. Well, unfortunately, I got a ways away and found the path pretty non-existent. Don't think many people have been this way. And I knew there was some wildlife around here. Thought maybe I would just let them be and find my way back to the bridge and back up to the edge. Beautiful though. Well, I've made myself a little tired by trudging along this path, but all for a good reason, because I made myself come back to the bridge. And there it is. So I know that I'm not too far from where I started, and all I have to do is follow these rock towers, and I will be back on the other side of the bridge in no time. I'm pretty far from the other side of the bridge, and now I'm just going to have to go around kind of this canyon. You can see those rock piles on the other side. Here are the ones that are guiding my way to get around this little mini canyon so that I can head back to the trailhead. All right. Okay, now I have come to the end of my trail, and here is the start of the trailhead. If it hadn't been for those rock piles, I would have gotten lost along the way. A really nice hike along this East Canyon trailhead.